Well, thank you for checking out this concept that we've put together for a TV show with the one and only Martin St. James, a 13-part series, half-hour episodes every week about things that change people's lives, things that they overcome in their life, their greatest fear. We show how to conquer it and to change their life. So it'll be an inspiring television show with the one and only Martin St. James, who's been touring around the world, showing the practical side of the magic of the mind and what can be done when you focus your mind and then truly realise that anything is possible. Martin's been doing it for over 50 years from around the world. When you look at some great cases or people as examples of mind focus, you look at guys like Michael Jordan, the dedication and the commitment to be the best, Roger Federer. These guys get in a zone when they're playing of just self-belief and confidence, and someone like Anthony Robbins.
This could be the greatest time you ever lived if you control what you focus on, if you find a more empowering meaning, and if you decide to model the actions of those who succeeded before you. It can be the best financial time, the best emotional time, the best spiritual time of your life, but you better take control of your state.
So there's an example there from one of the great motivators in history, Anthony Robbins, talking about the power of the mind and shifting focus, and Martin's been on stages all around the world for 50 years showing just that, the power of the mind. Here's some examples from television shows. Mind-blowing, really, what's possible when you see this.
Are you cold?
Yeah.
You're freezing.
Yeah.
Sit back and relax and go to sleep. Deep asleep. Sleep. Yes, you're watching this movie all about the desert. Oh, and it's really hot. Fan yourself now. Fan yourself.
With his infrared thermal imaging camera, John Robinson began measuring the heat radiated by the three bodies.
Oh, maybe you should loosen those clothes a bit more because it is getting hotter and hotter. The perspiration is just pouring off you. It's so hot. It's getting uncomfortably hot. Oh, now on the count of three, I want you to feel the real temperature. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Wide awake now. Wide awake. Wakey, wakey. Rise and shine. Wide awake. Wide awake.
So there's an example there of 3 people being in a freezer and actually sweating and then talking about the results to the reporter.
Instant he snapped his fingers and brought you back to reality.
It was freezing.
Freezing.
It was freezing.
You looked as though you'd broken out in a sweat.
I had, yeah, the head was sweating a lot, yeah.
And then that moment he went back into minus 22.
That was painful.
Probably within a minute or so, the actual temperatures of their skin went up.
By how much?
By 3 to 4 degrees. Now that's quite substantial because the longer they were in there, the lower the temperatures should have been. But their temperatures actually came up.
So it's things like this that have never been done before, and that's the real talent of Martin, knowing that being on stages all these years and seeing so many people around the world actually exceed their fears and do things they never thought possible. It baffles scientists. Here's another example from a Japanese, highly rated TV show where anything truly is possible. Check this out.
The subjects have been told they are eating mint-flavoured ice cream, which in fact is the hottest mustard known, wasabi. It is so hot that one tiny drop will usually burn the mouth and make the eyes water. Take note of the huge amounts that the subjects have taken. Scientists are measuring their brainwaves with EEG machines and thermal imaging apparatus, which shows that whilst in hypnosis, the mind is masked from pain. The thermal imaging shows blue and green, demonstrating normal relaxation being cooled by the imagined ice cream. Try something, yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. When awakened, the imaging shows red alert as the heat of the wasabi is perceived. This is just one demonstration of the power of suggestion.
So there's another example there where the subjects have no idea what's going on. The scientist is baffled. He doesn't know how to explain it. The incredible fact that there's no limits with the mind, and that's what Martin's been showing with these sort of tests, and that's what we're going to make the TV show about. Each week we'll help someone overcome a fear. An example here is a Japanese celebrity from a show. She had an absolute fear of heights. You can see her there on top of this massive tall building, her heart rate going crazy, so scared. There's no way she's going to jump, but she remembers being sat down with Martin. She remembers being given a trigger to keep her mind free from all the fear, and this is what happened.
It will take away all fear.
らの恐怖心を全て取り除きます。なんとこの曲を聴くと高さへの恐怖心が一切なくなるという交際人が
So this is what we'll be doing in the TV show, taking people individually, Martin working with them one-on-one and giving them trigger points to think of in their mind when everything gets scary and it's all going on. When they hear the trigger points back, they'll be reminded that they just have to focus on just the positive, and when they do that and they clear their mind of all their doubts, anything can happen. Look at the heart rate dropping, and this is what she did.
確かに塩沢の様子は先ほどとは明らかに違い、あれほど怖がっていたジャンプ台に自ら向かう。果たして交際民の効果で高さ192メートルから飛び降りることはできるのか。いよいよその真実が迫る。
Okay, stick your right hand on there, okay? 行くの？
As she drops, she's yelling, "I love it! I love it!"
So there's a great example there with the celebrity version of overcoming a fear. Every episode, that's what it's all about. People get the opportunity to write into the show, like this guy on a Taiwanese television show, just a regular Joe Blow who always wanted to be an actor. And so with the help of Martin St. James, he got that opportunity. This is how it started out.
测试一下你对这个戏剧的深入跟这个潜力到底有多少。好，帮你找一个。一开始廖贵时就紧张的肢体僵硬，脸部肌肉抽动。他怎么了？光顾着眼神要演戏，廖贵时就忘了要说出深情的台词。我们再给他一次机会。班长，我现在有些话想要告诉你。
So this would be one of the segments in the show where you get to meet the person, find out all about their problem or the dream they've always wished they could chase. Then they attempt it, we film that. Of course, this guy was terrible his first go out. They were even laughing at him. But after sitting with Martin and freeing his mind of everything other than what he needs to concentrate on, this is what happens.
接受指令之后，廖贵时将在催眠状态中跟阿宝再次对戏。只不过这一次，廖贵时的深情完全透过他的眼神散发出来，电得阿宝毫无招架之力，无处躲藏。直到廖贵时
And there you go, I think magic television. Look at the reaction of the actress who's just sat with him, absolutely blown away by the depth and feeling that he had because his mind was clear, and that's the power of the mind. That's what we're going to make the show all about. We're going to share stories. As you can see, it's already been successful in Japan, in Taiwan. Martin's travelled all over the world, and we're putting years of sort of formulated thoughts into this concept to create something really, really inspiring and empowering each week. So there we are. That's our TV concept with Martin St. James, the power of the mind. We're creating it now, and thanks for watching this clip.